What's up, viewers? Got a deck profile for you guys today, and they are the all-powerful and infamous Karakuris. So, I mean, these are the synchros, but they're not the only synchros you can go to with Karakuris, of course. I see a lot of bad Karakuri players always going to these guys when you should be going to like a Stardust or a Scrap Dragon. You know, because it lets you draw a card, people just get too greedy and think that they could draw a whole bunch of cards, but then when they see like a Max C or an Effect Veiler happen, then they just cry and they're stuck in the field with a burrito that can't do anything but die next turn to like a dark hole. So, I'm going to show you guys the deck. And I'm going to go really fast. But before I go with the deck, go and show you guys the deck, I just want to say that I think it's actually a really good deck. And I think the reason why it tops all the time is because it is a pretty good deck. And the reason why I don't think a lot of people play it is because it's a hard deck to master, and it takes a lot of skills, and it takes a very smart player to really know how to play it. So if you guys are up to the challenge, you guys should play the deck and see how you guys do. But if you guys are, maybe you guys aren't confident in your skills or confident in playing the deck, you guys should just stick to decks like Plants and Rabbit. Especially Rabbit. Rabbit can make anyone good. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the deck. 2 Thunder Kings, you guys know why. 2 Maxis, and I already showed you guys the Gores, so Maxi, you needed to stop a lot of things, and also rejuvenate your hand if your opponent does play windups. Gores is a card that, since you play Maxi, you really want to run into a defensive card when you need it, so Gores is good, and it's also good because you don't play a lot of back row. And obviously a smart player is not going to attack into Gores unless they have an answer in their hand or on the field. And that's okay because it forces your opponent to use those cards against it. Whether it's Dark Hole, Smashing Ground, or Solemn Warning. 3 Neutrons because it's a floater, and if you guys know anything about me, you guys know that I love floaters. It's got 1800 attack points, so it's fairly decent, and it's my favorite first turn play. Effect Veiler can't stop it, and if you go first with it, your opponent obviously does not have a Thunder King in the field, so you're guaranteed the effect. 2 Cyber Dragon. I think it's easily one of the best monsters in this deck, and if you guys don't know why, it's because it's either baits out the trap cards like Bottomless or Solemn Warning, and it baits out the Thunder King. And if it doesn't bait it out, you always have a chance to kill it. But if your opponent's not going to activate Thunder King's effect to kill it, more than likely they have an Econ, Dimensional Prison, or Mirror Force. So play around that. And if they do have that, you could always make a Stardust or a Machine Karakuri to force your opponent to negate it with Thunder King. Because Thunder King is a very problematic card for this deck. 3 Beauties. It's I think I would say it's the best Karakuri in the deck. It gives you an extra normal summon for Karakuris, and it's got 1900 defense points. It's also the main tuner to go to. That's 3 stars, so this with Cyber Dragon is an instant 8, whether it's Karakuri or Stardust. And if you set it, it's also got 1900 defense, so Thunder King will tie with it. Tingy will take 200, and it stops pretty much everything except for like the bigger cards like Cyber Dragon and Synchros and Exceed, of course. But do know that if it's face-up defense mode and select as a target, it will switch to attack mode because of its effect, and it has 0 attack points. So that does suck, but yeah. 3 Merchants, it's a floater, and this card with the Beauty creates a first turn Naturia Beast, which is actually pretty good first turn. I wouldn't say it's the best though because you don't know what your opponent is playing. Heavy monster decks can beat that, and so can Insectors. So you kind of have to know what your opponent's playing before you decide to go with a Naturia Beast. 3 Quicks. It's the ninja of the deck, so that's pretty cool. Also, it's a Foam Knight, so it gets you that +1 whenever you can. 1700 attack points is respectable to the point where you can kill certain things with it. A lot of things. But it does lose the Reborn Tengu because Reborn Tengu will continue to plus afterwards, and you won't be able to use Quick's effect after that because it needs to remain on the field. These are my one-up Karakuris. and you guys probably know why already. Um, I've decided to play the Hypa because it does kill the Thunder King. I wouldn't say Thunder Dragon, but it kills the Thunder King. It's got 2100 attack points, level 4. And it's also an extra level 4 Karakuri. If you guys ever play Karakuris or play campaign, you guys know that sometimes you run out of level 4s. So this is an extra one. It's pretty good. This card, I feel like its effect is very underrated. It's a mandatory effect that changes the battle position of anything on the field. Whether it's itself, one of your other Karakuris, so you could draw a card, or one of your opponent's monsters. It's a very good out to Spare Reaper. And it's also very good if you could kill something with quick. Special summon this guy and activates the effect to change a bigger monster on your opponent's side of the field to defense mode so that one of your other monsters can run it over. So overall, I think it's a very underrated card, but I think it fits perfect at 1. This card is the Ember's Blade. It lets you grab out anything. And if you guys are familiar with X-Sabers, whether you played it or not, there's always that combo where you kill itself, special summon it quick, kill something because it does have 500 more attack points than this guy, actually 300, and bring out quick and kill something and activate the ability to special summon either this card or another Karakuri card, a tuner, or this guy. And if you bring this guy back, you can change the position of something else, like I said before. But yeah, it gives you that Ember's Blade trick, which is pretty good because you also play cards like Book of Moon and Enemy Controller in the deck. Watchdog is very good because it's the level 4 tuner, which the deck really needs. I feel like it might need one more, but 1 is good. Its effect to increase attack points is also good because it doesn't die when it's in attack mode, and if it attacks and you take damage involving this card, it increases attacks and defense of all your characters by 800. And that could be very good sometimes because, you know, they lose to certain cards if they don't have it. Like Quick loses to Thunder King, but if you have this guy and Quick in the field, you're not going to want to go into a Stardust, obviously, because your opponent can just negate it with the Thunder King. But if you attack with this guy, it'll boost Quick's effect up, or it'll boost Quick's attack points up, and you could kill the Thunder King and then bring back another card. And that way, it's a much better play than just going into a Stardust and having it being negated by Thunder King. But you don't really use its effect too much, but it is there, and it's very useful when you can pull it off. So enough rambling about the monsters. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the spells. 3 duality. Karakuri is a deck where you can get away with playing 3 or 2 power duality. I think it's kind of needed. It makes the deck much better. Consistency, and this card teamed out with like Neutron and Merchant really helps out a lot because it helps speed up it helps you speed up to get those cards you need to make those bigger plays. 2 MST because I literally think this card is broken. It's a quick play. It's a quick play. The fact that it's a quick play makes it broken. You can activate on your opponent's turn before they can respond to anything during the end phase, or you can play as soon as you draw it. It needs to go to 1 so we can just play Dust Tornado instead. Then I play the basic spell cards. I think everyone knows why we play Power of Avarice in here. You can run through your monsters very quick. I played the Book of Moon and Econ mainly because I want to change battle positions so I can attack with quick. And that's mainly the main purpose why I play it. Obviously they're good on their own, but if I can change the battle position of something and attack with quick, I can create a big play and a pretty good plus. Now, I have like the most basic trap lineup ever. It's these 5. You guys would probably agree that it's so basic. And I think that's all you really need. I think it's pretty much the only trap card most deck needs nowadays, and it does its job for this deck. So that's my main deck. I'm not going to show you guys the extra or the side deck, of course. I think the extra deck is quite obvious. It all depends if you want to play 2 or 3 burritos. I like 3, but it's not KMP, so you can't really go into 3 as much as you want to. So I think most people would just play 2 and 2, but I do like 3. And extra deck has been pretty tight, so I don't know. It's really up to you guys what you guys want to do. And the side deck. some notable cards. I'm not too sure. If you guys know what's good in the side deck for Karakuri, please let me know. I'm going to be taking this deck to the tournament probably this weekend and see how well I do. So that wraps up my video. If you guys liked the video, I would appreciate a thumbs up or a like, whatever. And if you guys haven't yet, please subscribe. I'll be posting more stuff up. And just want to thank you guys for watching. And hopefully you guys have a good day. Take care.